Hey folks, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. And I'm not sure if I'll talk on this video, Survivor Series 1990, this sort of little series of wrestling videos I wanted to do. Because I've talked about Survivor Series 1990 in a video long before, but I figured this just wanted to go in order. Gorilla Monsoon and Roddy Piper on commentary, which is fun. My favorite is Gorilla Monsoon versus Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan. But Roddy Piper, it's nice to see him. I miss the guy. But yeah, Mr. Perfect and Demolition versus Texas Tornado, Legion of Doom, and Warrior, Ultimate Warrior. It was fun. Ultimate Warrior beats one of the Demolition guys. He's slamming everybody. But the big problem with the match is that Demolition and Legion of Doom, all four get disqualified. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, there was 3 guys in Demolition at this point. They said Warrior beat 1, so there's 2 Demolition, and then Legion of Doom, they're brawling, and all 4 get disqualified, which I thought was dumb. I'm like, so you can have 1 guy lose, or 2 guys lose, and then if you want to do a rematch for payback, you could, but here it's like, you have these 4 guys, and none of them lose, they just disqualify. It seems pointless. Just saying. So now it's Mr. Perfect versus Ultimate Warrior and the Texas Tornado. Tornado giving discus punches, throws Bobby the Brain Heenan over the rail. But the Tornado is covered by the Perfect Plex. And then Warrior comes in, beats Mr. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Ultimate Warrior is the winner. And what was interesting about this Survivor Series was that all the survivors will then get together at the end of the night for one final match. I thought that was interesting. So the first match, other than the fucking disqualification of 4 guys, still fun. You know, I like the Ultimate Warrior. The second match, $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, Great Valentine, Honky Tonk Man, and Undertaker versus Dusty Rhodes, Coco Beware, and the Hearts. And I should have said this before, what is very interesting about this, well, the Survivor Series is 1 good and 1 bad. The bad is there's this big fucking egg, and people are like, for weeks, what's in the egg? What's in the egg? It's the fucking Gobbledy Gooker, a guy in a fucking chicken suit, which people fucking hated and were booing, and the Gobbledy Gooker. Again, a guy in a fucking chicken suit, pretty much. Turkey suit. Because it's Thanksgiving, get a turkey suit. Fucking turkey suit. I think, and also the good thing was it was the first appearance of the Undertaker. And I heard some rumor that they were thinking of having the Undertaker in that egg. And I'm like, yeah, that really would have killed his character. But the fact that, oh, the $1 Million Man's like, I got a mystery guest. You know who it is? Come on out. And then the Undertaker comes out and people are watching. You see, like, people's faces like, what the hell is this? And they really did a great job of introducing the Undertaker. He didn't say much. He had a great look to him, presence. People were like, who the hell is this? The announcers were like, ooh, what's this guy about? And they made him strong. I mean, it's the Undertaker debut. He tombstones Coco Beware. Again, if Coco Beware's there, he's going to lose. And he got a pile driver. Which is weird, because this is the song he was saying. And Undertaker's pile driver, which is a tombstone. Which is funny. This is supposed to be a mystery guest. And yet, when Undertaker does that, Gorilla Monsoon's like, oh, that's a tombstone. And Roddy Piper's like, what? Yeah, it's a... And you're thinking, well, how the hell would Gorilla Monsoon know it's a tombstone if they didn't know who this guy was? And it was a fuck up on his part, pretty much. So I find that pretty funny, but Yeah, Undertaker tombstones, Coco Beware. Power slam from Jim Neidhart takes care of Honky Tonk Man. Honky Tonk Man was pretty much done by this point. Ted DiBiase beats Neidhart with a clothesline. Uh, Undertaker gives this flying axe handle to beat Dusty Rhodes. So again, he beat Coco Beware, he beat Dusty Rhodes. This is what I was talking about with SummerSlam 1990s, that they made this big deal with Sapphire and Million Dollar Man took her and Dusty Rhodes is chasing after her. And then it just leads to Dusty Rhodes losing, and not even losing to Million Dollar Man, losing to Undertaker. So, and for what I remember, I don't know if Dusty Rhodes was, I'm not sure if he's any of the ones after this. I can't remember. I have to look into it. But they definitely made the Undertaker strong. He beats two guys. Um, he doesn't get beaten. He pretty much just walks away because of some stuff, and he just counted out. Bret Hart, nice to see him in there. He beats Grey Valentine in the pinup role. It was nice to see Bret Hart fight the Million Dollar Man, Ted DiBiase, because they're two good wrestlers. They have a nice match with each other. And that's the thing. They set amount of time for these two great wrestlers to go at each other one-on-one. That was nice to see. But Bret Hart tries his best. DiBiase pins him. And it's pretty much really signifying that Bret Hart's on his way to being a single wrestler. That they'll split up the Hart Foundation, and Bret Hart's going to go to bigger and brighter things. Which that's true. But I would say that match is interesting, and the introduction of Undertaker and a nice Ted DiBiase versus Bret Hart final bit of it. So I liked it for that. The next one I didn't really care for at all. Jake the Snake Roberts, Jimmy Snuka, The Rockers, Shawn and Marty Jannetty. Marty Jannetty, Shawn Michaels versus Rick Martel, Warlord, Power and Glory. Warlord power slams to beat Marty Jannetty. Rick Martel pins Jimmy Snuka. Powerplex takes care of Shawn Michaels. And then Jake the Snake Roberts is by himself. And by this point, he's mad at Rick the Model Martel. Pretty much the story going on is Jake the Snake has one good eye because Rick Martel had this sort of man perfume type thing that sprayed in his eye and fucked up one of Jake the Snake's eyes. So he's pissed off and chases Martel, and he gets a count out. It is cool he got the DDT, the Warlord, so we got to see a DDT. But yeah, Jake the Snake was the last in his group, and he didn't get pinned, he lost via count out, but still the bad guys won, all four of them, all survivors, so it's like, man, Jake the Snake Roberts can't get a break. I think he does at WrestleMania 7, but still, it's like, fuck, man. Then you have Earthquake, Dino Bravo, Barbarian, and Haku versus Hulk Hogan, Big Boss Man, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and Tugboat. Big Boss Man gets Haku, which is cool. I like Big Boss Man. Hacksaw gets disqualified for hitting Earthquake with a 2x4. Hogan beats Dino Bravo with a small package. Boss Man pins from Earthquake by giving this big massive elbow on him. And then pretty much Tugboat and Earthquake are counted out as they're fighting with each other. And then Hogan beats the Barbarian. He becomes the final survivor. Standard match, not much I can say about it. Fun promo, Macho Man saying he wants the champion. I want the ultimate chicken. The next match wasn't much. Volkov, Tio Santana, and the Bushwhackers versus Sergeant Slaughter, Orient Express, and Boris Zukov. Tito gets Boris with his flying forearm. Bushwhacker gets one of the Orients. Tito gets the other. So it's like Sergeant Slaughter by himself, but then Sergeant Slaughter beats three guys in a row. It beats both Bushwhackers and beats Volkov. And Tito wins via like a disqualification. So, and that's because Sergeant Slaughter is going to be And WrestleMania is the big villain, so they gotta try to make Sergeant Slaughter strong. But Sergeant Slaughter, at this point, wasn't really the greatest technical guy. I've seen older stuff, and he was good back in the day, but at this point, I don't know if he was just too old or what the deal is. I don't know. I want to reserve the judgment when I see WrestleMania 7, but some of the stuff is like, really? He pinned them because he did that? And that's when they had the age hatch and the Gobbledy Gooker and that stupid, silly bullshit. So then you had the final match. Hogan, Warrior, and Tito versus Warlord, $1 Million Man, Martel, Power and Glory. So it was 3 against 5. And I'm surprised that Tito Santana, of all people, got to be at the final round. Like, not Jake the Snake Roberts or Big Boss Man or anybody else. Like, why couldn't it be Big Boss Man? Why couldn't it be Jake the Snake? Why Tito Santana? Just a weird choice to me. And Tito gets like the first win, gives his flying forearm to get the Warlord. But then the Dollar Man gets Tito Santana. Hogan is given this power pledge from Power and Glory, but he kicks out. He gives a clothesline and gets one of the Power and Glory's, Roma. Some fun with Warrior kicking the shit out of Martel. That was fun. Hogan boots Martel and clotheslines, and Martel runs away. So he's counted out. Hogan gives a boot and a leg drop to the $1 Million Man. And then the last one is Warrior got the clothesline and do shoulder tackles and drops on Hercules to pin him. And Warrior and Hogan wins. And the weird thing about that is Ultimate Warrior is the champion, but in the Survivor Series, he didn't get to do too much, even though he's the champion. Hogan got to do more. I'm like, wait a minute, Warrior's the champion, but you're having Hogan do more. Because Hogan, he gets out of the power plays. He gets Roma. He does a leg drop. He gets the $1 Million Man. Warrior, he just comes in like, I swear, like 2 times. One to beat the shit out of Martel. And one to fuck up Hercules and pin him. He only pins 1 guy. Out of 5. Because Martel runs away. And then Tito gets 1. Warrior gets 1. And then Hogan gets 2. Pins 2. And I'm like, but Warrior's the fucking champion. Shouldn't he be the guy who's getting the most shit or the most time or something? I mean, I guess if you say at least he got the last pin, the last win, but it's like, what the hell? They didn't really let Warrior do too much, even though he's the champion, which I thought was strange. But it was still fun to see Warrior and Hogan together. And overall, I looked at the matches, and most of them I liked. I mean, the only one I didn't care for was the Jake the Snake Roberts one, although it was cool to see him do a DDT. But that one and the one with Sergeant Slaughter and Tito Santana, those two, eh. But the first one with Warrior and Texas Tornado Legion of Doom was cool, other than the stupid disqualification by 4 of the guys. The one with Undertaker Debut, that was interesting to watch. The one with Hogan was okay. And the last one was okay. So overall, I would say it's an okay Survivor Series, but I've seen better. But, you know, it is what it is. So there's not much more to say about it. Again, the thing that's the biggest about the Survivor Series was the debut of The Undertaker. So that was cool to see. But either way, thanks for watching. Take care. And we'll see you in the next video. Later.